Okay, day 627 since delivery. We are back from the summer. Summer's over, and it is now my favorite time of year. It is fall, so kids' sports have slowed down for a little bit, and it is deer season coming soon, and football just started. OU actually beat Michigan today, so it was a great start for the season, and also means I will be back on doing more of the car work. So I should be able to start updating and getting some of these things knocked out before I pull it all off and start sanding. So anyways, what I'm working on now, two things kind of going on at the same time. One is I'm going to go to this side to show you, but the door handles that I've been working on. Here is the mechanism right here. So it's assembled and ready to go. But what we found was when I shut, get this out of the way here. When I shut the door, you can see this right here. When I shut the door, there's normally just a hole right here. This is not usually chopped. And the hole was not allowing me to shut the door. It was causing too big of a gap. They make a spacer that Factory 5 did not send me with mine. So I had to call them, order a spacer. And what the spacer requires, I had to paint my spacers this evening, but here is what the spacer looks like. And so what you do with the spacer, there it is, got a nice coat of paint on it. Oh, I thought that was wet, just a little bit of welding. But what the spacer does, it allows you to put it over like this and extend that area. Now, some people cut the entire thing off and weld it. I didn't want to do that and risk of really probably burning up my rubber weatherproofing, soundproofing. So I went ahead, I'm going to go with the spacer like it is. Have to chop this, extend it out. I'll put the spacer over. It'll all be covered in carpet anyways, but that will allow the door to shut all the way with the door latch mechanism. So that's one project I'm working on currently. And the other thing was the lights I was working on tonight. So I've retrofitted out mine for some LED lights. So here's what they look like. These are just from a Jeep. Great thing about these cars is you can really pick out most Jeep lights will fit and look great. They fit in the bezel, they fit in the housing. It all goes very well. Very little modification to do that. So I wanted the LED lighting. I know that a lot of traditionalists like to go with the bulb lights. I have my bulb lights. I can always switch it out later if I really don't like it. But I think having more light, more direct light with a nice cut line in the light will, I think I'll like that at nighttime better. Now, of course, my stuff has been coated with a ceramic coating from a friend here in town. So here's the turn signals I'm working on. Now, there's one turn signal mounted, but what I want to show you that I don't like about these turn signals, I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to have to do a little modification, but let me show you down here. Look at this gap, and it's just ugly, and that is how it is supposed to be, just like that. Hardly seats up against the car. I really can't tighten it anymore. I found that is it. I've whittled out the hole to make it bigger to go in as far as it'll go. But so there's two things about these turn signals that I'm just not a fan of. One is that how much it seats down there, and the other one is this O-ring here can pop off quite a bit very easily. I mean, just by hand. And so I've already tightened this one down. I don't want to pull it off anymore just because I've got it nice and tight. But you can actually bend this bezel a little bit and it will grab a hold of it a little bit tighter when you put it on. As far as this gap goes, if I stick it out with these lights, which I think I will, I've looked online. There's a few places that you can buy an O-ring. I found Jeff Kleiner, I think, had figured this one out, but you can buy an O-ring that just fits and just tightens that gap up. Just a black O-ring, which is a pretty simple fix. So I think I'm gonna go with that route. If I don't like it, I think it looks shoddy, then what I'll end up doing is swapping this out. I really wanted a clear lens LED light just because I think it would match with the car better. But we'll see. We'll see how that looks when it's all done, painted up and lit up. I do use those Deutsch connectors. So, gosh, they're expensive, but they are worth their weight. They make it so much easier. Everything I've done electrical has been switched over to these. You've seen it in a few of my other videos if you've watched these, but these just make life better. And I try to do everything as clean as possible. So under the hood, under the car, behind the dash, it'll all be minimalized with a bird's nest of wire going over. So that's where I'm at right now, day 627, I think I said. And next up, I should finish the door handles and then just moving on to the next stuff. I did get my bars in. I did have to order these bars. I don't remember if I showed this before, but there are some raw steel bars. They are shorter and a little bit thicker. So I'm gonna have to go here pretty soon and start whittling these holes out to be a little bit bigger, get them to fit, weld them up, and then I'll take them to be coated as well with electric plating coating. So they'll match everything. Shorter bars, I think I mentioned before, it's because I do have a top that should be here in the next 3 weeks or so. And the top won't fit on the long bars, which I don't think were that good of a bar. Anyways, they don't look great because they're skinny and then really, really tall. So anyways, that's it for now. Stay tuned.